It's the first full week of spring, and I'm just going to pretend there's no rain in the forecast, nothing to see here. And helping me with my delusions are my first guests and a few quirky rounds of Hot Topics. Joining in on the fun, as usual, Suzie and Carla Marie and Anthony. Producer Suzie, I feel like you're just always here, you know? You might as well just...
blanket back there.
Yeah. Which we love. Congrats are in order again. I know it's been a minute, but still, you guys are engaged, so exciting.
Thank
How's wedding planning going?
Expensive.
Yep.
That's the one thing I've learned is this whole process is very expensive.
Flowers.
Yeah,
Flowers. Who knew?
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
But no, it is great.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you have things that matter to you more than the other?
Yeah, thankfully we both kind of agree that the
Okay.
DJ is the biggest thing for us.
There you go.
And we
That
actually
kinda
agree
makes sense.
on the playlist.
We want to make
There's-
sure everyone's on the dance floor.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so
Food?
maybe the flowers or...
Food,
Meh.
we haven't done our food tasting yet, so we're getting married in New Jersey, and the venue does a lot of that there.
Okay, that's
so
nice.
it's not like we have to bring in someone, but we do get to go to a food tasting, which is fun.
That's
Sample
gotta
a little
be.
bit of
Yeah, I
everything.
can't wait.
Yes,
We haven't
the
done that yet.
cake sampling and everything.
Yeah.
That would
we-
be such a dream.
Thank you for reminding
You're
me.
welcome.
We haven't done
Do we
that.
have a cake?
No, not yet.
We don't have a cake. All right.
Cha-ching.
Right. Add it to the list.
price of cake.
What you could do is possibly have some food from Taco Bell, because here's a thought: for $777, Taco Bell will throw you the wedding of your dreams.
Sign me up.
Okay, it's in Vegas, Taco Bell Chapel, Elvis impersonator, that sauce bouquet.
What?
Yeah.
Yes. You can have up to 25 guests, and of course, tacos.
12 packs of
swag.
tacos.
It's
Wait,
all
yeah.
coming.
And I think that's champagne with that Baja Blast or something in it.
We might have to add that anyway. We're not
I
getting married there.
mean,
Missed opportunity for us not to try that today. I feel like.
feel free to break into your
yeah,
I would
tacos
do-
if you like.
I
Yeah.
would do this in an instant. The problem with us specifically is the guest list. Right? There was a 25-person limit there. We're at 344. So
340.
Yeah.
Okay, no, dive in.
It's
Don't tell me
Italian
twice.
family,
I was gonna say big
Middle Eastern
family.
Middle Eastern family,
yeah.
and then we've collected a lot of friends over the years.
Tacos?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna look great eating that, so I'm gonna have some self-control.
I'll wait.
Okay, but I think this might be an option if you wanted to get the part out of the way, the
Yeah.
I do out of the way. You could just do that and then go back and just throw a party.
Sure,
That's
that
true.
might be less expensive.
Like Jim and Pam in the office, but instead of Niagara Falls, we do Taco Bell.
Right.
In Vegas?
Yeah.
Not bad.
The Taco
know.
We might have to do
Cantina
it.
Chapel.
So
Yeah.
would you do that, Suzie? Would this
No.
be something? No. I'm like, you're
she's-
talking to I'm like, is this something that you would have done?
But I know that there are couples out there that
Hell
want
yeah.
the kitsch and they would do
Yeah.
something like this.
Yeah.
But I'm like them. I wanted the friends, the family, the
know.
I know.
beautiful moment.
I want
so.
the traditional.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if my dad's walking me down the aisle at
My dad has-
Taco Bell Chapel.
Do you want a fun fact?
Yes.
My parents have never in their lives had a taco.
Wait,
What?
a taco?
Not a
or-
single taco.
Period. Because all they eat is like Italian food.
Yeah, but
What?
That hurts my heart.
I know.
They're
So
missing out.
This would be great for them.
That hurts your heart. Imagine a whole diet of chicken parm your whole life.
I mean, it's pretty great. Being Italian, that is pretty
Yeah.
great. But I'm, part Mexican food in my
Yeah.
blood.
Right.
So, you know what? They should
I'm
renew
shook.
their vows. You should do a vow
Oh
renewal
my
for your
God.
parents.
Wait,
at
it's
Taco
40
Bell.
years for them this year.
Perfect.
Done. Thank
it's
you.
under $1,000. You know,
You
it's
just have to
great.
fly them to Vegas. 25 people.
bad.
do
Bada
that.
bing, bada boom.
You're welcome.
You're
There
welcome.
you go.
Moving on to something that you're gonna have to take, because
Okay.
I actually hate talking about like number 2 and going to the bathroom and
Him
stuff.
too.
But okay, this is something you were saying.
Yes.
Bookstores make you actually go.
put these
Okay, we're just
Oh,
gonna
great.
put great
Right in
Taco
front of
Bell
you.
and books. No, what could go wrong?
So I actually saw this trend on TikTok. No, not necessarily a trend, but people were talking about how, have you ever pooped in a Barnes & Noble? And so many people were saying yes. Me too. And so we had bumped into
We
Susie
saw each
at
other
Bellevue
at the
Square
mall,
Mall. We had walked out of Barnes & Noble and she was heading in, and we were like, just be careful. This
might
could
have to
happen.
poop.
So there's actually a phenomenon that started in the 50s in Japan. It's called Mariko Aoki phenomenon. And the
Yeah.
idea was that anytime you went into a bookstore, you felt like you had to go number 2. So they started researching this and realized that the smell of paper and ink could trigger this in your body. But there was all this research done. There's no like, oh, it's definitely this. There was also the idea that people used to read when they went to the bathroom. So seeing books, kind of like Pavlov, did that.
Okay.
Or when you walk around a bookstore, a lot of times you're drinking coffee. Okay. So that makes it happen anyway. Or
you're relaxed.
Right.
You're walking
relaxed.
Or the anxiety of having to pick out a book. So there's just
all of it together.
All of it together
is a recipe.
I like this first book called Roughage that we put on.
Well, we made it out of that Barnes & Noble at Bellevue Square Mall without
We didn't
an
go.
incident. Suzie?
Same.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Suzie was marked safe.
You guys, and I can't believe that we're continuing with this talk too.
Be careful out there.
I know. I don't love this topic, but again, our next one is about a new study. Cell Reports Medicine reveals that you should go at least once or twice a day. Makes you healthy.
Okay.
Which makes sense.
Makes sense.
And if you're constipated, obviously, like there's too much like toxins potentially like still in your body, so you should check for that. So, I mean, dare I ask, is everyone feeling healthy at the table? Are we fine?
So I had my grandmother would ask me when I would stay with her in the summer. Would ask me every day.
No.
Yes.
Did
if
you?
I had. Yeah,
Like
every
she would
day.
ask you
And if you
And
said
I was
no?
so mortified. And if I said no, she had prune juice.
I was going to say, prune juice, yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
So she was concerned. She was looking
Very
out.
concerned. I feel like it was something that concerned a lot of adults in other generations.
Yes.
Well, what was
But
this
maybe we
that?
should be concerned.
Once or twice
You
a day?
should
Yeah,
once
I'm
or
good.
twice
I'm
a
good.
day.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I
But
know
my
we
question-
also talk. You don't love to talk about this topic.
I don't love
I
it.
don't. Yeah, I hate it too.
But my question, I guess, I know certain people in my life who are on like a very strict schedule of when they do it.
Like,
Whereas I'm like a free range chicken. I'm wherever, whenever it happens.
Barnes and Noble.
Yeah, wherever.
But I guess the question around the table: Do you have your times?
No.
Or are you more free
I won't go
range?
anywhere.
I don't even want to talk about it. No one needs
I
to
don't
know.
either. And I'm the one that came up with this, and I'm
I
done.
want to know. Oh my gosh, you guys, we're moving on. I can't. Speaking of your health, though, I guess 23andMe, which tests your DNA for genetics, ancestry, and health, they're going bankrupt. Anyone on it? Oh, okay, half.
I don't know what to do. I've heard I should delete my DNA.
Yeah.
I'm gonna delete it, but I want to download it first because there's some great health information in there. I will say that I was able to download my entire genetic report, and my doctor was able to run through it and look at certain things that I am predisposed to. So there was a great plus to it, but I don't know about it anymore. I don't need some random billionaire having my genes.
This is something that we did talk about this morning on the Morning Show podcast. I did some digging, and technically there's two parts of it. One is whatever company, if they do choose to buy the data from 23andMe, they are held to the same privacy standards.
Right.
But the problem is in that privacy agreement, the company can, whenever they want, choose to change the privacy agreement.
Okay, well.
So it's
Also
something you're going to want to.
hacking.
You're going to want to download the information first and then ask them to delete it.
But I have messaged cousins in Italy that I've never met. They have
is
not
so
responded.
cool. And now it's going to be deleted.
Now I can't, so-
That's not going to happen.
Well, California's
sad.
Attorney General said he wants people to delete their DNA information and all of this from the site. I mean,
That
kind
makes
of
me nervous,
predictable. I don't know. Makes me nervous.
Who'd have thought?
Well, I have not done it. Yeah,
Anthony
this is
did.
kind of, I was like, no. Anthony and I are on the same page this morning, okay?
No pooping, no one gets our DNA.
No one needs to know. Opening day is this Thursday, and one new thing is this new Mariner Trident cup. You apparently get free soda refills, right?
Wow.
If you get something like this all season long.
And it goes down all the way? Oh, yeah, it goes down all into the
32
That's
ounces.
crazy.
Okay, if I drink all of that in one game, I'm spending that game in the bathroom.
So true.
More
Well,
bathroom
there we
talk with
go.
Carla
We're,
Marie.
Different number one, okay?
Number one.
32 ounces?
I
in one
know.
game?
That is a lot.
That's
that's
just
great.
like a morning for me.
This also cracks me up because there's a little note on here that says you can, put this up for a little celebration, but empty the cup and then Trident's up.
They're definitely getting dumped on people's
Yeah.
heads.
Dummies,
This
Especially for a walk-off home
That's
run, that is
actually-
going upside down in a
out.
second.
Yeah.
Plus, I also feel like it's not terribly stable. So when a kid has that soda and then there's something, but I still think it's fabulous.
No, it's great.
Imagine climbing
very
over
cute.
seats to get out. You're kicking 5 of those over.
That's true. And they're
Sticky.
$25.
I will
But the whole
say,
season? That's
whole
great.
season.
I know.
it's a good handle though.
Yeah.
You know, it's easier to hold than a regular cup actually.
And it's actually trendy. Like, I will get a big clear bag and I'll put this in the back
There
and
you go.
walk around with my little backpack. And
I also feel like when only slightly empty and they do something,
Yeah.
there's going to be a lot
Yeah.
of this. And,
Yeah,
but fun.
Yeah.
So, you know.
hey, we're here for it.
all for a good time.
Some other madness, you guys. March Madness is happening. I know, we'll just hide that over there. Who's watching? How's your brackets doing?
Oh.
Bracket's not great.
No.
This
Okay,
is
not great.
the 30th year in a row of me having a terrible bracket, so never do well there. But I think what was really cool is one of the best games of the year so far actually just happened right up the road.
I
At Climate
know.
Pledge. You had that Maryland Colorado State game, went down to the buzzer, back-to-back
Cool.
buzzer beaters. It was awesome.
How fun is that to have basketball back in Seattle,
I know.
too?
Yeah.
I mean, come on, Sonics, make it happen.
Make it happen.
Any other sweet moments, like off the court, that we're liking? There's one in particular I want to start
What?
with. Amir
Oh,
Khan.
yeah.
Okay,
Oh.
he is the student team manager with McNeese State. He's gone absolutely viral with his boombox with the
boombox
team,
guy.
and he already has NIL
that.
deals.
Yeah.
He is a mood, y'all. When
He
I
is
saw
awesome.
this, I'm like,
Oh my
can
God.
we be
Well,
friends?
Did you
Wait.
see the cheerleaders for McNeese had their socks were all his face?
Well, that player, one of the,
Yeah,
the players
yeah.
have it too.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're wearing his shirt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
And
next time we
I
need
guess
a
he's
shirt
the
like
first
that.
manager, student manager with the deal.
That's
and then
amazing.
He's also he's following the coach to North Carolina, I think.
He's going to North Carolina State next year, I believe. That's where the coach
Yeah.
got hired, and he brought Amir with him. And
Look at everybody, like
Stop.
you said,
Yeah.
everybody's wearing
And
these shirts.
so he has, I believe, I know Buffalo Wild Wings was one of them, but I think he has 3 NIL deals, the name, image, likeness deals, and no one else on the team has one. He has more NIL deals than the rest of the McNeese,
Okay.
the actual basketball
Yeah.
players.
I get it. I mean, if
Yeah.
you have a personality
Yeah.
like that
Yeah.
and a
Yeah.
vibe,
With Ted
I'm
Lasso,
in.
what is the guy in Ted? It's giving me those vibes when the
Oh,
the
yeah.
team
assistant
manager,
coach.
Team manager who then
Why-
became the.
I'm blanking too. And
Yes.
Ted Lasso's coming back
I
for
know.
another
All
season.
that.
Why are we
Full circle.
blanking?
Full circle.
Okay, well, while we're thinking about that, dive into Tater Tots because this is our next. A BYU
Sure.
basketball player, Richie Saunders,
Yep.
signed a deal with Orido. Is that
Orido.
Orido.
Yeah.
After it was revealed that his great grandfather founded them and invented the tots.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I
To
guess
him.
his uncle and his father started this potato factory because they thought we needed frozen food, and it was on the corner or on the border of Oregon and Idaho, and
Oh,
so
duh.
then he came up with tater tots.
Oh, that's
I
what
just figured out. All right.
like just now, as you were saying.
Well, just as I read it, just like a few minutes ago. So yes.
Oregon, Idaho.
Yeah,
There you go.
Okay.
mind blown.
Right. So he got an NIL deal as well.
That's
and
awesome.
for-
I mean,
for
that
these
makes
guys,
perfect
yeah.
sense. Yeah. Okay.
And who doesn't love these? So thank you.
I know.
So good.
Dive in.
Yeah.
And I have one more sweet moment I want to get to,
Okay.
too. It's with head coach of Mount St. Mary's. He did a press conference right here. This is with his 9-year-old son. They had just lost to Duke, so you can see the emotion. But he let his son speak at the end, and his son said that this was the best few weeks of his entire life to be able to be there with his dad. And I was watching this on TikTok, and I'm like
I cried too.
bawling. Like,
Yep.
why am I crying?
And this is why I still love college sport,
Yes.
because these kinds of moments are so sweet.
Just March Madness is, yes, you know, your bracket can bust and it's a hot mess, but all those sweet moments off the court too really just make it.
And then there's always the Cinderella stories, right? Everyone loves seeing a team that no one believed in get to the Sweet
Absolutely.
16 or maybe make it to the Elite 8. They're just great stories all around. And why else would I be watching Maryland, Colorado State if it wasn't
No.
March Madness?
So true.
Right? Like, why would I care?
Do you have one that, like a team, anyone that you really want to win?
So this year, as a Seton Hall fan, I went to Seton Hall University in New Jersey. It was a tough year for us. We were terrible. I was cheering for St. John's. That didn't go well. So really, I'm kind of I'm out of it now.
Yeah, I am too. I got nothing.
I don't even know who's left.
I guess
you
Maryland.
might-
I would
okay.
say Maryland is now my
I'm
team.
going for BYU.
Okay.
They're playing.
There you go.
Thursday.
Oh wait, the
and plus-
boombox guy, is
yeah.
he still in?
McNeese is
no, they
out.
lost.
Oh, never mind. I got nobody.
Okay, I know. I was going to say we vote for him.
Boombox guy.
Well, you might be into this. Ryan Reynolds. Well, actually, I don't think you will because it's kind of sad. Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively are not going to the Met Gala, and I feel like this is a really big deal because this is where Blake Lively has ruled. This is her first time I heard that she's not going, and it's amid the legal stuff that's going on with her and her co-host.
I think it's okay that she's not
It's
there.
the Met. Like
Yeah,
I know, like it raises money, but it raises money for the Met, right? It's not like for
It's like a very
feeding
specific
children.
part of the Met,
Yeah,
too.
it's not like it's
Yeah.
to feed starving kids. It's for the museum. So like,
It's for costumes.
yeah, he hates the Met Gala.
I know. I
am-
like this hot take. Okay,
I
what is it?
am
What
so
is it?
over the Met Gala. It's so silly. It's all these super rich celebrities, and we go, oh, how stupid can they look today? And then we watch them walk down their stupid runway and up their stairs looking like fools. It's so silly.
You know what?
I'm
You're
so
not
sorry.
wrong.
I know.
You're not wrong.
Kim Kardashian can never walk in what she's wearing.
Right,
Like,
that's
I mean,
true.
I'm like, this year can she pick something
Right.
that maybe
No.
she can walk up those stairs? She's been carried.
Half the
Yeah,
time they
that's
can't
right.
see, they can't walk, they can't breathe.
True.
It sounds miserable.
What are we
like
doing?
miserable. So yeah, no, not for me. But the Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni drama,
I know.
I can't. It's so petty, and I can't even keep. I am Team Blake.
Yeah?
Oh,
Love
you
her.
are?
I love her.
I was. And now I'm not sure.
But like, what is even true? It's also the worst part of this is we're never gonna get the sequel now.
Right.
Yeah,
Because it's like he said, she
I know.
said too, right? It's like it's hard to
It
prove
is,
anything.
Yeah.
And
So
everybody
insane.
has what they're calling the receipts, and I don't know what to believe.
What they're calling
I got that from the Real Housewives.
It's right. You used it
You
correctly.
used it correctly.
Thank you.
Well done.
Eat some more tots, you guys.
Yes.
We will not be
Tell me
attending the
twice.
Met Gala, even though no
No.
one's asking us to, but it's fine. Maybe.
can't make
Oh, if they invite me, I'll go.
Okay. Oh, same. Let that be
What are you gonna
known.
wear?
But it will be stupid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you all for being here, and thank you to you all for spending time with us today. You can check our website for more of our content, and you can always send us an email to share your thoughts. Don't forget to enjoy your new day, and we'll see you next time.